Yeah, it's an interesting thing to think about. Like, why don't fantasy, like universes, progress beyond the medieval? I've heard pretty good
It's
arguments breaking down like why you wouldn't develop any technology if you had access to magic, because there'd just be no impetus to do so.
I mean, part of it is just once you get to guns, the medieval part of the medieval fantasy kind of has to start shuffling out the door and make its way for the Renaissance.
Well, you already have magic though.
True, you would like have reinvented a bunch of things, but
Like you
then
already have like a million other things that compensate for guns
you
and all
probably
that.
wouldn't have stumbled into a feudal system if you had like I don't know teleportation pads or whatever.
You might have not need the
And
guns.
and the draw for the medieval is that there's still like the pitched melee combat, right? That melee combat still matters. Whereas, past that, it's so impersonal and, at range, and it's just not as
Boring.
yeah, it's not glorious, it's not romantic, it's not any of that stuff.
Mm.
And
I mean, it
not that,
can be. You just have
close
to.
combat is it should be romantic ever, but it's romanticized in media.
Why would you
You
take
have
the
to.
fantasy out of the fantasy game, dude?
You
Yeah.
have to do a different kind of romanticization that
Yeah.
doesn't work or gel well with the knight charging boldly into battle, unless it's Bretonia, in which case they just have magic plot armor. But
See,
not counting that,
and that's the thing, like, okay, so a couple of different times I tried to run this, where it was like, okay, I was inspired by a couple different stories, like real life stories where like, okay, there's this group of veterans, right? And one of them had his daughter get picked up, like abducted at an airport and then sold into like child slavery. It was all for like Vietnam or something like that. It was out that way, Laos or something. I don't remember. Anyway, so this dad like went to the embassy and was like went to the government and like, hey, this is what I think where it happened. This is what's going on. We think she's over here. Can you help us? And they're like, it's kind of a developing situation. We're trying to do the diplomacy. We'll let you know in like a month. We won't know where she is in a week. So this guy says, fuck it, we ball, and calls a bunch of his friends, and they just march over. They get plane tickets like that day or something and go over there and with like a bunch of money to just like start, because apparently the police over there are super corrupt. They just, you just pay the police, the corrupt, to get your way around through customs and this and that. And so between a combined thing of flying a bunch of weapons over or getting the weapons there or whatever it was, and just like shady like freaking black market deals of getting weapons over there, and then and black market, or bribing. He finds his daughter, and they bust a whole big sex ring, with like 6 to 8 other veterans, and they just gunning down this gang over there, and it was a true story, and I was inspired by that, so I was like trying to do like a modern, but D20 modern is so like unrealistic in a lot of ways, and I loved this one setting that was called Pax Draconis. It was percentile and it had a lot of realism things going on. So I was trying to do that, but it was like, okay, not that I like Blackwater or Academy or Zai, all those paramilitary organizations, but that was the way that we were going to go about having the game, right? Is that kind of thing. And then I was inspired by like some of my students, they the cartels in Mexico have a lot of power. They tell the government what to do, and the government, is at war with them down there. And so, like, one of my students, his dad was abducted, or was it uncle maybe? I don't know, but he owned a business, and so he was abducted and a hostage and ransomed for like some like 5 million pesos or something like that, and they paid him because it was that, or he gets beheaded, and they do the beheadings all the time. So it was gonna be like all these like based on a true story type stuff that I read about. It would be like running a couple of campaigns on like, okay, how do you go ahead and rescue this guy? So anyway, the problem is that it's so it wasn't as motivating as it is in like um, in coming back around to the main point of the argument is it's so hard because it's so messy, like morally gray. It's hard to kind of sometimes feel like you're the good guy
Oh
in
yeah.
some of these situations where it's like, you know, that yeah, it's tough, and so how the thing is framed really matters a lot because otherwise it was really demotivating for the people.
I completely lost track of what you were describing.
Well,
It's
I
a
mean,
tabletop RPG that he was playing or reading about.
yeah,
Oh.
well, so as things become more modernized, right? It becomes more impersonal because it's just guns and stuff instead of doing this, and it also becomes less romanticized. Like so, it's like if you wanted to try and do this, you know, for a game, at when we are in full technological bloom, everything else is going on here, right? And you're whether it's a fantasy society or not, you've got to make sure that the motive for the party is real tight, you know, real sculpted, good, because
Battle cannot be impersonal, or it kind of defeats the purpose of going to Fantasyland for the battle. I could
yeah,
just still sit and watch drones for free.
well, right, that here we are now, exactly, exactly. So that's the best example of the far-flung part of this, where it's like, okay, you don't even have face-to-face, you know, skill on skill combat anymore. It's just who has the drones, who has the more money, and more intelligence data of who's, you know, what enemy is where, and um, and that's the reality of modern combat and the future of combat, especially space combat,
I like
because
stuff
like,
like Dune where they have excuses for going back to knives and swords and things like that.
mm,
They might be high tech, but then they have some sort of force field that protects them against bullets or lasers or whatever. And so you just have to go knife to knife, old
that's
school.
crucial. Yeah,
There's a few
There's
sci-fi's like that.
I guess, yeah, well, I guess there's the additional issue of, like, if you're afraid that modernizing too much will take the magic out of the magic, why does the magic not get to mingle with the technology a bit? Like, yeah, you have your gun that does such and such damage, but just say, oh, the shield spell that you know, oh, that was like the equivalent of like a bronze wall to try to stop the enemy. We upgraded. So now you
Now we have 50 cal bullets.
when you tried to shoot with your bow and arrow, you might as well have been throwing a handful of weeds at me. You gotta upgrade or you're nothing.
I feel like it's been done. You could just play like a Star Wars RPG, and it has all the spaceships and whatever you'd want, but it's still basically a fantasy game about fighting with swords.
Plays
Basically,
C40K and all its stupidity, but still.
You can
Yeah.
play Vampire.
Oh yeah, that
There's
was
like
fun
a million
game.
other games you can play.
That was my game back in the day, Vampire the Masquerade,
And
yeah,
for
live action,
Just
goth
And
sulking
werewolves.
teenagers with eye makeup.
yeah.
you just gotta know how to upgrade.
Yeah, and werewolves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Werewolf the Apocalypse was fun too.
Mage.
Yeah.
Um, I ran this Star Wars game for a while, and I kind of there's this danger when you're running a game that you don't session zero and get everybody clued into the plan from the beginning. And I didn't do that, and I pissed some people off because I don't know if anybody watches Andor,
I've seen
Star Wars.
Good show.
So
Nope.
it's a brilliant show, and it's exactly what I was trying to do with the Star Wars game I ran about 10 years ago, where it was like, okay, foundation of rebellion. There's a mix of freedom fighters and just criminals and terrorists who just want to tear the world down, and they're not. I mean, they want to remake the world in a better way, but their way is not really aligned with the rebellion of freedom and justice. Their way is like something else, right? And you see that in the series with that what's his name guy, Saw, right? Where
Saw
he's just a
Gerrera?
freaking terrorist. Yeah, he's kind of a bad dude, and so it was that got kind of a bad taste in people's mouths. We're like, okay, well, here's some allies that we're working with, and they're nuking like they're nuking cities, they're nuking people. We don't want that. And so that there was like this interplay of like, okay, we need to push back against our allies. And that I think is some of the most important stuff to do, not just in like in, you know, in a game, but like in real life, is to push back against your own allies and call things out that aren't good. And so that was why I tried to do it. Unfortunately, it kind of ended up breaking the game one time. But I don't know. It, I didn't want to tell them ahead of time because I wanted it to be organic, but at the same time, like, we almost lost the whole plot because of it. So
I'm a big fan of that character. I like the actor Forrest Whitaker. He's a great actor. He really he expresses how obsessed and determined that character is, and how he's like hell bent to win at all costs. It's great. The depth of that character is so good.
There's a lot of depth in a lot of those characters. They're trying to figure out. Amelia, my daughter, is really touched by Mon Mothma and how she's like freaking losing her shit.
Yeah. Because
she just sold her daughter basically for campaign contributions so she can help fund the rebellion into arranged marriage. But I mean, there's a tradition, but she doesn't like it and everything else. So and then so she just basically like gets drunk and high at this party at her daughter's wedding and just goes off. Like, it's a complete terrible mess. And it's just wild. It's a great thick series. And that's the thing, is that Star Wars is so like space opera. It's all, you know, the good guys are unquestionably good, the bad guys are unquestionably bad. This makes it so real and gritty, and I just like that.
Well, that's more of a spy thriller.
It is. It sure is.
It's like a completely different genre from most of the other Star Wars stuff. They should have probably put that in the promotion, that it was a spy thriller more, because like people see Star Wars on the headline, on the banner or the poster or whatever, and they'll think that it's one thing when it's a completely different thing.
No lightsabers? What? This isn't even Star Wars.
Right?
Yeah.
You never see a lightsaber in all of season 1.
I don't think you even have one. Well, I haven't finished season 2, so I don't know.
Me neither. So, you guys ready for some D&D?
Yes.
All right. You are on your airship. You have left the other bandit town where you picked up Akiva and her bodyguards, and you're taking her, and you're headed...
witness.
You're headed to Spoil, where you're going to lay the smackdown on Densis the Defiler. And that's your two-pronged approach. You decided you're going to impress the one group, destroy the other group, and then meet with the head negotiator to make your demands, I suppose. So that's where you're at. You're on the airship, and you're traveling, and it's morning. The sun is out, and it's probably approaching 120 degrees out. The heat's really baking in at this point, and the Keyvander people, they're below decks in the hold, trying to stay out of the direct sunlight. The people in your crew, they're moving about the decks, trying to stay in the shade of the sail whenever possible, but the heat of the day is pretty rough, and usually you travel at night to avoid that, so you're going to need to drink a little extra water as you approach Spoil. Alright, I'm going to need everybody to roll a perception check.
Gladly.
Perception.
Ah, come on. Wait a minute, +7. Wait a minute.
Ew. Well, roll 16.
Oh, I guess that's all I get. Okay.
Chris?
What was that?
Gramorn, roll a perception check.
I got a 24.
The sand and the sun.
I got a passive of 21. Do I need more?
Probably. If I'm calling for a check, you probably need more.
Perception. So
What was your roll, Taro?
The 24.
24. Nice. Taro's gonna see it.
ooh, I got 31.
31.
Oh,
All
that
right.
did not work. Hold on. I'm sorry. Did not. I didn't roll a d20 with that.
I got 31 ninja.
23 for me.
All right.
Oh, and not 20 for you, huh?
Yeah.
So, Ringsight and Grimorn are going to notice first that the ship begins to keel to one side and lose altitude rapidly.
Wow.
Who could have seen that coming?
What was going on?
I don't really know what to do about this.
All right,
Can we
Grimorn,
get all
because your roll was so good, you're going to catch a glimpse of something. On the deck of the ship, a dozen shadowy figures emerge onto the deck and then vanish. Poof. They bamf out of there like a Nightcrawler from the X-Men. You only caught a glimpse of them for a second. But they were carrying something big that looked like an important component of your airship.
Oh, frick.
So you
Looks
come to
like
the
taking the-
terrible realization that your airship has been sabotaged, a critical component has been stolen, and the thieves have teleported away. Your
How the
airship,
hell did they even do that?
your airship is now about to crash. All right.
Have I gotten my spell slots back?
Yeah, you would have had time to rest.
Okay, let's see what I can pull out in my arse to get us out of this situation.
It's too late. Things are happening fast. All right, so there are special actions that can be taken, and there are 4 of them. One person can rally the crew. One person can do a damage control check. One person can scream, "Look alive!" And one person can try to adjust the rigging. So each of you gets to do one of those actions. Take your pick.
I'm gonna try to control the rigging.
All right. More
I'm gonna
goes for the rigging
yell-
adjustment. You're going to need to do an acrobatics check to get into the rigging.
I'm going
Can that be
to.
me then instead? I would like to do the rigging thing if that's gonna be acrobatics. I would like that.
Yeah, he has higher decks. I'm gonna yell at everyone. I'm gonna wake up everyone and let them know since I've noticed it the most and tell them what I've seen.
All right. Roll a persuasion check.
A persuasion check.
I am not helpful with the rigging.
20 on the acrobatics. I will throw a dice at it.
All right. More goes for the rigging. He can't make it.
I give you guidance.
What are the other ones?
Orin heads
3.
into the rigging. So you
26
can
for the acrobatics.
you can rally the crew. You can do a damage control check. You can shout "Look alive!" or you can adjust the rigging. Orin is adjusting the rigging currently. What'd you get?
26.
26 is
I give you a
good.
+3 with guidance.
All right. So he's
What does guidance add?
he's
+3.
pulling mightily on the rigging, and the ship is no longer tilting hard to the side. It's now a little more straight on. People in
So
the
we need to
hold
lower
are
our altitude.
people in the hold are shouting. They were
How did they
jostled
get-
by the shaking.
How could they take the gem out?
It was a crew of skilled thieves using magic to infiltrate your ship. They had a 24 on stealth, which was pretty good, but they did get spotted at the last moment.
So I would have shot a fireball on them. When I saw them.
It was sort of the surprise round, though, the turn they teleported away. So they got that one action before you would have a chance to do any fireballs.
Can I do something?
All right. Do you want to rally the crew? It's a persuasion check.
Yeah, you better rally the crew. Yeah, charisma.
All right. I will take command. Not really sure what to. What can the crew do for this situation?
Well, currently they're unaware that the ship is crashing, so rallying the crew will make them aware before it crashes.
All right. I'll just I'll do a call, big call. It's like the ship, a cockadoodle doo, you might say.
All right.
The ship falls. Ready yourselves for orders.
Can I teleport back to the town and get another core?
I don't think that's an option.
Yeah, I know.
Things are happening a little too quickly. You won't
Stop
have
the time.
time.
Stop the
What
clock.
kind
You
What
need a
kind of
wizard with
check
time
is this?
stop.
What kind
I
of
don't
check
know
is
if using
Charisma,
control
persuasion.
wins. If I can use gust or the updraft to
I'll give you
fill
guidance.
the balloon.
All right.
with air,
I'll
float,
give you. I'll give you
or at
guidance.
least float down the ball.
It's a good idea.
Arrow.
You put some wind in the sails and whatnot.
Wait a second. I can create a flame though, Ninja. I can create a flame underneath the balloon part.
Sure.
I will create a flame. I will actually open. I will use my ability to open a space to the elemental world of flame at the entrance of the balloon.
All right.
I got a 30.
30. That's really good. You rally the crew, and all of them are going to brace for impact. It's going to minimize the injuries. Who didn't roll?
I didn't roll because I'm doing my own thing here.
All right. Grimorn, roll a wisdom check. DC 15 wisdom check. It is called a damage control check. You can attempt to give the ship some temp HP prior to the impact.
Say 18.
18? All right.
Yep.
That's a success. What's your wisdom modifier? 5?
11.
Oh, no. Just the wisdom modifier by itself.
Yeah, plus 11. Oh, plus
That's
5.
the,
Yeah.
That's a
Sorry.
proficiency.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you're going to crash the ship into a soft sand dune, and it's going to take a lot of the impact off. So let's see. I rolled 10d6 for the fall damage, which came out to 33. The updraft, I'm going to say that knocks off 6, so we're at 27. And then the temp HP knocks off another 5, so 22 damage to the ship.
The updraft says if something falls inside the updraft, it's supposed to make the fall damage half.
All right.
Unless the ship is too heavy.
Yeah, the ship is way too heavy. Weighs many tons. But it helped a little bit. It took the edge off. So the ship sustains a little bit of impact damage, but it's not too bad. However, without that vital component, you won't be able to get it back in the air easily.
We'll retrieve it or get a new one.
All
So
right,
what's the
so
component stolen?
I want to describe the thief that you saw
The magic gem that makes the ship float.
for just a minute. You spotted the thief. He was dressed in sand-colored leathers, and he had what looked like a bit of a permanent smirk. And let's see, in the Discord, I will show the leader of the rogues that just robbed you. That's the picture of him. I'll put it up on the stream too. So he gets away with that vital component with a smirk.
Where did we land?
I put you on the corner of the map of Spoil here. So you're maybe not on the map, but you're in that direction, and you would arrive on the map from there.
I
Okay.
am going to use my. Hang on. What kind of creature did he look like?
He's a half elf.
I'm gonna. Wait, dang it, we have a half elf. That bastard. I really wish I picked the frickin' locate object spell. Well, darn it, this sucks. Alright, I'm gathering the crew.
You saw similar rogues attacking Azith's Rest, so you know this is probably one of the rogues that works for Densis the Defiler. You just happen to be near his town, maybe you can retrieve your part from the town while you're attacking it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, again, I'm gonna rally the troops.
Let have them start fixing the ship.
Akiva the Bandit isn't in an uproar. She's shouting, "What kind of crap is this? You're gonna get us all killed!"
Well, you are free to walk if you do not trust the stability of our vessel.
I would rather walk than die in the air.
We got robbed, this bandit envoy.
We don't have too much of a choice anyways to walk right now.
Nobody robs a bandit. I'm the robber. I do the robbing, shouts
You
Akiva.
are not convincing us more to help you.
Well, we're gonna kind of destroy spoil. I don't see any reason why not to take any spoils, especially since they just robbed us. It seems fair.
Let me describe the
I'm
town a
going
little bit.
to-
You guys are standing on a rise just outside of the town of Spoil. Down in the valley, you can see that there's a mud flat. There's an oasis at the far end of town, and the mud flats expand out from the oasis. So a lot of the water is just very, very unusable, except in a couple spots where it actually appears as a lake. But a lot of the soil here is muddy enough that they can grow some kind of crops. And you can see that the fields have a variety of tribal warriors that are out working the fields, and many of them are dressed in the sort of customary garb of what you'd figure to be a slave. They've been captured, they don't have their weapons and gear, they're just working the fields. So
Hey, quick question. So that's the picture that's on the map right now, right?
Yeah.
This,
the
I've got
bandit town
Azeth-
of Spoil.
no, this is Azeth's Rest I'm looking at. Hold on. Is this
What's
spoil?
our distance
Okay, here we
from
go.
here?
This map is spoil. Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Densis. Okay, got it.
I'll put
All
it in
right.
the Discord too if you want to look at it. That's the map here.
How far are we from? How far are we from the town?
Outside town. Indeterminate distance. You can approach it if you wish.
Are
So
you,
we got-
500 feet or more?
Oh, you're gonna earthquake it, right?
I don't know. How big is that town, anyways?
It's a big town.
He's got that that meme. Maybe.
I would like to inspire the troops.
Can you remind me how far we are away from spoil at this point?
Yeah, I haven't really picked a distance. You guys can approach it if you want. You can pick a distance.
But we crash landed. Or
You've
no?
crash landed outside Spoil, so you're off the map.
Off the map, but it's visible in the distance.
Yeah.
Time of day.
It is daytime. Sun is rising. It's not noon yet. It's very hot out.
Okay. At this point, I feel like we just go ahead and head out. I don't mind a daytime raid, but I have protections that help me resist the hatred of the sun. I'm ready to. I'm gonna look. Unless one of you stops me, I'm marching off in the direction of spoil.
Hey, Grimorn, you have thaumaturgy?
Yeah. As a cantrip.
Yeah, can you announce to the town that they better return what they stole, otherwise we will lay waste to them?
No, we're laying waste to
No.
them either way. What are you talking about? We're going in there.
You're just gonna make us liars.
A sandstorm
Yes,
approaches in the
but I
distance.
I
Soon you'll
want
have
them
the
to
cover of
return what
sand.
Oh,
That's-
but is the ship gonna be okay with that? We need to get the rigging down, all the sails down, and batten down the hatches for the Haboop.
We'll,
Can we
we'll
do
let our
that?
crew take care of that, and they can start the repairs on it.
Well, it's not
Okay.
going anywhere. It's a big heavy ship.
I
said
think
I
we
like
gotta. I think we probably want to hurry up a little bit. We don't want to give another chance to that guy to escape.
Yeah,
I see.
I'm heading off. You guys can stop me if you want, but I'm gonna make my fastest means towards spoil. If there's a mount or anything else, I'm gonna go. But otherwise, yeah.
I
You
want
wanna
them to
shake-
bring the gem out so that if we do lay the town to waste, it's not gonna be like destroyed or
No, we need to
buried in rubble.
we need the gem back.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
But it's an actual gem, so it'll be hard to break.
I would like to. Well, I'm repeating myself now.
Rallying the troops. They're rallied.
Yeah. No, as in like inspire them to do a very good job at fixing the ship and not be discouraged.
All right. Well,
Well,
you've
this
got
is part of
you've got a
the
blacksmith
best-
and his apprentice, and you've got some carpenters, and they're going to attempt to patch up any damage that the ship sustained from crashing into the sand dune. It was a fairly soft crash, but you are unable to launch without the proper gem component.
Don't worry, we'll be back with loot and glory and divine prominence soon enough.
Morg, what do you say? Long, what do you say?
Well, do you want to do what I asked about trying to lure them out and bring the gemstone back before we initiate anything, or do you want to just go ahead and bury them in rubble first?
Well,
I think
Taurus
we
isn't-
I think we bury them.
Wait, Taurus isn't here. I want to use the cover of the sandstorm to sneak in and see what's going on inside.
No, we don't want to give them a chance to escape here.
Well, they're going in the city. There's nowhere else they can go. We wanna sneak in there and see what's going
I
on.
don't want them to escape out of the city and then we lose them in the desert.
Yeah, but if we just attacked the city, they could just leave the city anyway, and we didn't know. We want to collect some information from there first.
What information is there to collect?
We're there to destroy them and kill them.
I don't know what armies they got in there in case they'll so we're
I'm-
not taken by surprise.
I don't care about that. We can destroy them.
Okay, let me arcane eye this for a little bit.
How big is the city again?
It is a fairly large city. It's got 4 larger buildings and a number of smaller buildings, and it's got a defensive wall on the outside.
How have we been planning to destroy it?
Make a ring that has a 200-foot diameter and put it on the city somewhere.
Yeah, I could do that. All right.
And that will do what?
Earthquake.
I have a feeling this is going to fail.
We'll see.
Try to center it on their large building.
You
If
want
I
to put it
can.
on the castle?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to
Is that
centralize
yours?
the damage here.
Yeah.
That's yours?
Give them something to focus on so they're not thinking about us. Let's see.
I'm gonna hit this part, but I'm gonna over here, Ninja.
Mhm.
And I want to try to get the front gate at the same time there.
All right, this one here.
Try to get this corner. He gets that corner. Meanwhile, I move forward.
Are you going to announce
Thank you.
yourselves before casting spells, or do you just want to go to the spell phase?
I don't announce anything.
All right, sneak attack.
Yeah, I want to be.
8th level magic sneak attack. Double earthquake.
How are you casting it twice?
Morg casts it
Two of us
and
can
Grimoire
cast it.
casts it. It's a
Okay.
cleric, druid, sorcerer, occultist spell.
So they have to make Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration if they have concentration spells, and then every turn that they're in the circle, they have to make Dexterity saving throws, or they're just prone.
While they're doing that, I'm going to use my wings and fly above the city within the sandstorm to kind of see what's going on.
And we have to open fissures too? How
Yep.
does that work again?
I'll roll a d6, and I got
One
5
D6.
fissures, and I'll roll another d6, and I got 1. So we got 6 fissures, and each of them is a d10 feet deep. So we need
1d10 times 10 feet deep
I'm gonna roll 6 d10s here.
and 10 feet wide.
Oh, wow.
Whee!
Oh wait, that reminds me. I'm gonna send the air elemental to. While that's happening, if there's any guys telling other guys what to do, I mean the slave what to do. I want him to free the slave.
3, 9, 10, 2, 9, 9. So a fissure opens up that's 30 feet deep, 90 feet deep, 100 feet deep, 20 feet deep, 90 feet deep, and 90 feet deep. I'm gonna assume that people that fall into those really deep ones are probably not gonna survive.
You think so?
What's fall damage again? Like 1d10 per 10 feet?
D6.
What is that? Custom token?
The fissures rip open from one end to the other end.
It looks like a lightning bolt to me. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Where'd it go? It disappeared.
I would have had to import it.
That's a better idea.
Can you put it down and then I can copy the link?
I don't have an image of it. I just have the in-game thing.
Put it back again and then I'll import it. See if that works.
This city is approximately 600.
Sometimes it doesn't, but image error.
I mean, it looks like it shows up to me. It's right here. But
I get a but I'm getting a bunch of errors. A lot of errors.
yeah, I can't select it. That's the issue. I can look at it, but it's not loaded right. Yeah,
I'm
never
trying
mind.
something. I don't think it's gonna work, Ninja. No, I'm getting a lot of errors.
Yeah, just get rid of it.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to draw it. There you go. Ah!
This ad breaks your. Oh, it went away. Okay.
No, only one
What?
on the other circle. I rolled a 5
that's
and I
all?
rolled a 1. Well, actually, no. I guess Morg went first, so he would have the 5 and you'd have the 1. All right.
All right.
So we'll put these over here.
Can I have the one on the gate?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll do that.
And Morg, you can put your fissures wherever you want.
Okay.
We re-roll fissures anyways. Next turn on.
Well, it's a concentration spell for up to a minute, and let's see. The spell can have additional effects depending on the terrain in the area. Fissures, and then structures might take damage. The buildings all take 50 bludgeoning damage. That's really going to do a lot of damage to these really kind of crappy structures that bandits would build.
The fissures are supposed to be really long. They're supposed to stretch from one side to the other.
It says they're only 10 feet wide on what I'm looking at.
Wide, not
Wide.
long. And extends from one edge of the spell's area to the opposite side.
Ah, alright.
So they're 200 feet long, 10 feet wide, and whatever feet deep by that you roll. These fissures are huge.
So,
It goes quite across, all the way across. I don't know what you want to do with these blocks here.
Just copy paste them. Yeah, that worked.
alright. So then just make 6 copies of that long one. And we'll use that.
It's floating.
Oh my god.
What was that noise?
It was the fissure opening.
Yeah.
That or Donald Duck screaming. One or the
Yeah.
other.
Fucking
Who the
los
frick
ghosts.
Who is this bald, blind elf?
Just make a giant egg, like a giant star in the middle of that fucking circle. With all
Alright,
these
so the earthquakes go off, the walls are badly damaged, the front gate falls off, the slaves in the field are gonna freak out, drop their tools, and begin running. Let's see.
I've sent the air elemental to intercept them.
Okay.
He's gonna
In
be
town.
spookily standing about, going like return the slab, except run the other direction.
Holy shit. The people have to roll a DC 20 strength athletic check as an action to escape the rubble.
If the building collapses, you mean?
Yeah.
Also, if they're like near it too, right? Where is it?
Within half the distance of a structure's height.
Jeez, Chris, you should have let me check for innocent babies in there first.
They're terror babies, man.
They're
I'm
what?
sure there's some baby somewhere around here. Or here.
Yeah.
No.
Ooh. I rolled some dice. The back structure was weak and has collapsed. A lot of the Eldritch Knights will be trapped in the rubble. So.
Which side of the...
They're fairly strong, though. They might get out.
Where did our plane land?
In the southeast.
Okay.
Yeah, they're fighters. They'll get out eventually.
Where are we at though in all this here?
You're in the corner here at the airship.
Should we put our characters on, or?
Yep.
It's a little hard to do.
I don't have any, though. Like, you keep loading this table where we don't have any of the figures on the board,
I know.
and you never save it.
Well, I do save it.
Well, if you're saving it, you keep loading the old one, because it's always the one with no boards and no figures.
Yeah, this is the one where Densis is still attacking the village from way long time ago.
What?
Yeah, there's
The
a
fuck? I swear I loaded the latest one. Well, we didn't play it like for weeks here.
Excuses, excuses. I could do it with Theater of the Mind. You could just say, I'm moving across the fields.
No, we can just like bring back like characters. Like, we have a million.
I mean, the map is super huge, so the airship, even if we're not in the airship, like it's still a good representation of where our characters are moving, especially if we're using like the flying carpet or whatever.
Yeah, due to the scale,
Except
the figurines
I
don't make
I
a whole lot
think
of sense.
I think I might be ahead of everybody else. Did I get in ahead and make all that happen?
If you want to go in first, what are you trying to achieve in
Yeah,
spoil
just
here?
avoid the earthquake.
They're bombing the town. There's huge earthquakes going off, buildings collapsing,
Well,
fissures
we're
opening.
always in
Yeah,
contact.
chaos as a
here.
distraction.
Yeah.
So you
Um,
can fly. You can go in any way you want. How are you approaching this? Do you go over the gates? Do you just fly in
I
towards
would
a specific building? What's your plan here?
I would generally go underground, using my sinkworm armor. But if not that, then I'll fly over invisibly. Um,
All right.
and actually, if I know that the earthquake's about to happen, I'll make sure I go invisible, fly up, and for the duration of the earthquake, I'll be in the sky. And
Oh.
then um, while they're dealing with the aftermath and the aftershocks of all of that, um, I'll come back down still invisible, and I'm going to try to find Densis first of all, and I will also be looking for those thieves. But I'm gonna be working my way through the. Now I'm gonna tell my friends this. My friends, uh, I am I'm in the city, and I'm looking for Densis. I will let you know when we find him.
All right. Did you
I'll
go
find him.
underground the whole way, like long distance, or do you have to
Uh,
just go short distances underground?
Uh, in terms of the way you wrote the armor, I don't know that I had to come up for air. Um, but I would imagine I have to come up for air. So,
But you're saying you
yeah, I
would
can't go.
mostly be underground to where the tribal warriors running around in the fields wouldn't notice you?
Yeah, and if not, then I can just be invisible. I haven't gone invisible yet today, so it's my first. And then every
Yeah.
subsequent invisibility requires a dice.
You might want to
Uh,
save it for when you actually get into the town proper.
okay.
So then you go under the wall and you emerge into, I guess, the corner of town, which is going to be a dilapidated part of town. You'll notice that this area that you've emerged into has broken down caravan wagons. Like raiders had attacked and taken a caravan, and they brought the wagons here, and these are the damaged
Giant
wagons.
graveyard. Yeah.
And there's still a bunch of the cargo. They haven't opened all of it, so they're still kind of cracking into things here and moving things to different parts of town. So this is just sort of a dumping ground for the refuse, and so you can see some
Spoils.
objects nearby that you might want to investigate.
I can peek into that.
I put a character of yours on the table.
I'm gonna have to go pretty soon. My wife needs me to start making dinner.
All right.
But yes, I'll go ahead and peek into there. It's kind of a passing fancy, but I will definitely do so. Oof, come on, tabletop, figure it out, man. Gee whiz.
Hey, Morgan, I put a character of yours on the table.
Okay.
Same for you, ringside and Skyway.
17, my minimum roll. I'm not gonna blow dice on that.
All right. You investigate the wagons. You find a clue. I'm trying to find the note here. All right. You found a coded message hidden in a raided caravan. It requires a DC 15 intelligence check to decode the message before you can read it.
Oh, well, I am good at decoding. I have linguistics. I'm kind of a cipher cipher nerd myself, so I don't know if that gives me a special bonus or advantage for this roll, but I will go ahead and. Oh my goodness! Come on, computer. I believe in you. Okay, I'm having a hiccup. It won't let me change off of Discord. Come on. There you go. Good boy. Okay, you said an intelligence check?
Yeah, DC 15 intelligence investigation.
So just intelligence bonus and D20, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, investigation you said.
Yeah, you could add investigation if you want.
Okay.
You're looking for clues.
Oh, wait. Shouldn't that be with my freaking... This number is wrong. It should be a 10. There. I've been rolling the wrong dice in here.
Hmm.
The wrong bonus. Okay, it's minimum roll to 20.
20. Okay, so you succeed. It seems like this was a coded message about meeting with a spy. You determine that the message says to meet the spy in the tanner shop.
Well, I'm going to keep an eye out for a tanner shop, and if I see that, that might lead me towards the rogues that stole the part of the ship, or something even that's not on my radar, and not on my expectations.
Okay, so further out from this corner of the town, you can see there's a long warehouse further north, and to the west there's a couple smaller buildings. They look like housing for porters, maybe. There's a road that leads towards the castle, which is a big brutalist structure, a square cube rising out of the ground with a few squat wooden structures clutching to the outer walls at the bottom.
I would imagine the longer one would be maybe where the craftsmen and tradespeople might be. So that's my best guess. Unless the porters are nearby that area, but maybe.
This road seems to have some economic use, like they've got the warehouse for storing the goods that they've stolen, and there's the housing for porters. So maybe the industrial buildings, like the tanner, would be further up this road here.
Yeah.
Heading west towards the castle.
Indeed, that's where I go.
All right, you head
So,
west, and you're headed towards the earthquake zone. There's people freaking out and trying to search the rubble of several collapsed buildings nearby. There's little shanty houses that have all collapsed, and people are crawling out from underneath half-ruined rubble buildings.
I should probably be helping them, but I'm not. I am on a mission, and I'm going to go ahead and find Densis or my thieves' quarry.
All right, you get to the end of the road. You're in the earthquake zone, and the terrain is pretty rough here. If you're moving through it, it's not an issue. You can see a row of shops, a blacksmith, and then a tanner. The tanner's sort of directly across from the castle to the south of it.
So I'll go check out the tanner's house, tanner's
Alright.
shop.
You find the tanner's shop. Your coded message indicated nighttime, though. It's daytime, so your spy isn't going to be here during the day.
Understood. Okay. I still would like to go and look around for other clues there might be of who he would meet, or if it's the tanner himself or anybody else. So we'll go ahead and do one more roll on an investigate to see if there's going to be any information or clues that I'll find here. I'm invisible, so I'm going to search around with impunity. I have a 27 on my investigate, and I'm picking through. Is the tanner house rubble as well, or is it? Did
The
it miss
front
most
of the
target?
tanner house has been destroyed, but the back part of it is all right.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem out of the ordinary. It's a regular tanner shop.
Okay.
Might have just been randomly chosen as the meeting location.
All right.
Where is he on the map?
He is just south of the castle.
Where the
So
character is?
Nah,
I'll be
west of
pressing
that.
on I'll be pressing on to the castle. I imagine it's probably off my turn here.
Yeah, somebody else could do something if you want. You're maintaining the earthquakes, right? You continue thumping the ground and everything's shaking.
Yeah.
Hey,
and,
I'll
sprinting,
jump to my phone
sprinting over there.
or to be with you guys.
We are sprinting over there, and
No,
I'm
thank you.
keeping concentration.
All right. So you're moving through the field. You're in the open. Some of the people in the field are going to notice you.
Oh.
So they see
I
you
will
moving
do-
towards the gate.
Well, are you gonna come back here, Skywell?
I am here.
He's listening and making dinner, I think.
Yes, I gotta start.
Are the people who see him doing anything?
They don't have armor or weapons, as I described them, so they don't attack you, but they're watching, and maybe they're taking cover from the earthquakes.
Can I approach him?
Yeah, you could approach some of them if you want. You approach the slaves.
Yeah. Try to save them.
In the name of the God of Freedom, you may abandon this place. We bring a ship by which you can find salvation in the free city of Tyr.
Roll a charisma persuasion check, please.
Okay, I'm flexing my spooky wings and holding my holy sword. That's how you know he's the good guy, you see.
Oh wait, these people are not like soldiers; they're farmers.
They are listed as tribal warriors. And they don't have armor or weapons, and they're working in the fields like slaves. So
Probably use us slaves.
they're the lowest totem of people in this town.
Okay.
Probably use a slave to.
Yeah,
Alright,
they're
well,
doing
that
the
was
slave
a
labor.
26, and now let me just. I guess a 26 is probably fine in it.
Okay, so the enslaved captives tending spoils fields are on the verge of revolt, and with you, the charismatic figure leading them, it inspires them to think that they could gain allies for the assault against Densis. So they're interested.
If you haven't noticed, the entire city is kind of crumbling in a matter of divine vengeance. You got this slightly backwards.
All right, roll an insight check.
All
DC
right,
15 wisdom insight.
Let me check the bonus. 5. Okay, we're lucking that. I don't like it.
You get advantage on wisdom checks.
I do.
Mhm.
From what?
Euros fees.
Huh. Well, all right then. That still wasn't sufficient. Hold on. For frick's sake.
I can't help your bad rolls, dude. I can't fix that. Sorry. You have luck by any chance?
I already used the luck.
Oh, you do have luck.
Dang it, there's gotta be something here that can make that less crap.
Well, it's only for the insight. So,
DC
True, that seems
15.
important.
it doesn't necessarily kill your what are you trying to do?
I only got a 14.
Ah, so close. All right, well, you have a rebellion on your hands. The tribal warriors join you. There's a dozen of them here.
Awesome. Set the town on fire!
They shout, "We hate this place! They make us work in their fields, in their muddy fields!"
Burn it down!
Hey, I'm gonna just pull one of them off to the side really quick.
Yeah.
Just one of them, anyone. I'll give you a gold coin if you let me look inside your mind.
Okay. You hand him a gold coin. He's rich.
Yeah, gold coin. Holy.
Hey, we don't want them to burn the town down, right? We want
No, we
to burn down Densis's place. We want to, you know, anyone who
I don't-
holds a lash or a chain, kill them.
I think one of the big
Yeah.
points of this whole quest line is that the bad guys are not all that bad. There's a lot of gray area. So if you wipe out all the bandit towns, it just leaves a dead environment. But if you can unite them and change their tactics from raiding, then you can make a nice part of the world.
I'm gonna dig into his head and see what there. I could tell something was going on.
Well, you gain some insight about the hierarchy here. These are the tribal warriors. They're the lowest of the low. Many of them are captives. Some of them who show loyalty and strength can rise through the ranks to become one of Densis's eldritch knights if they show promise, and they start taking a dark path. He's a little afraid of the eldritch knights. They're like the high tier. They're apprentices to Densis, and they all go to the Black Tower, the dark cube at the center of town, where they learn their dark arts from Densis himself. So he's kind of fearful about the wizardry and the evil.
Well, don't you worry your bald little head about that. You just need to go help free the rest of the slaves and take the town. Do not burn it down entirely. I think you want somewhere to live after this.
All right. In his head, you also hear that there's a lot of propaganda coming from bards, the bards of creation in this town, the defiler bards that work for Densis. They have been filling these people's heads with lies, and they're all quite confused and fearful about a variety of things. So you can sense in this tribal warrior that he's being sort of groomed and brainwashed into one of Densis's followers.
Poor dude.
Who specifically?
The bards.
The
All
bards
of
that
mine.
work for Densis are brainwashing everybody.
Well, that's
They're
not
defilers.
going to do.
And they're just like Soul. They're creation bards, which means they can animate things like boulders.
Cool. Is the front gate falling apart now, or is
Yeah.
it possible to go through?
You can go through. I described the gate had collapsed during the earthquake.
Okay.
All right, so you can step into the courtyard on the inside. There's a couple of low buildings directly ahead, but they've both completely collapsed. Maybe there's a couple people screaming underneath the rubble. To your right, there's a large building which is damaged but not destroyed. You can hear shouts from within it.
That's my earthquake, huh? So each turn, is it doing additional damage to the buildings?
Sure.
So they would be at what, like 100 bludgeoning damage?
At the end of the spell, it should do a total of 500 bludgeoning damage. But yeah, it's 50 every turn while you're concentrating.
If you go for the full minute. You might stop concentrating, though. Pretty soon, even the
Oh,
bigger
right.
buildings will collapse under that much damage. The one that you're looking at across the street looks like it might survive a couple more turns of this.
I'm gonna wait until it falls on top of them.
Hey, I
The
need to
buildings
do
that have
something.
fissures underneath them, they automatically collapse.
Just to give me a second. I remembered I can do something.
Uh-huh.
Hang on. What's the flashiest spell I have? Hey, could you do me a favor and I'm gonna fly into the air. Could you just launch like a fireball in the rough direction I'm at?
The field.
No, I'm gonna go fly into the sky. I just need a bit of direction to point things. Wait, no, I have a method for this. Don't worry, I got this myself.
Okay.
Okay, into the sky. I'm gonna make an announcement.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. Hang on. Does this densest guy have a symbol?
No.
Okay, I'll just take some random item. That's all I need.
Densis is not
Thunder-
interested in flags and heraldry. He commands through fear, intimidation, and dark sorcery.
Okay. Thunderous smite on a random item. It doesn't matter. I just need the effect of the noise.
You gonna smite the
That I like
fields?
No, I am smiting. I don't know, a rock or something. I'm in the sky right now. I'm just making a lot of noise.
All right. You
to
fly
attract
into the
attention.
air and you explode a rock.
Okay. Then, now that I have their attention, I'm going to. Oh, frick! I didn't think about this. I don't have a way to communicate with them to that degree.
They all speak common.
Yeah, but I'm shouting from the sky.
I mean, you can shout from the
Sorry.
sky. They can hear
Remember,
you. As long as you're not really high
thaumaturgy
up.
gives you a booming voice, by the way.
Yeah, they can
Yeah,
probably hear
I
you
don't
a
know.
football field away.
Does he have
I don't
thaumaturgy?
possess thaumaturgy. I have
Nah.
prestidigitation.
Yeah, not quite as
Oh.
good.
Dang it. Alright, let me try this.
I think it can still make the sound of a loud shout, right? Or am I thinking of one of the illusion spells?
Hold on, let me check.
I might be thinking of minor illusion.
I do have minor illusion.
Yeah, I think you could do a distant shout with that. It's for you can use it for ventriloquism and stuff like that.
It can have sound ranging from a whisper to a scream. It can be your voice. It can be someone else's voice. It can be a lion's roar. I don't know. I feel like I'd hear a lion's roar coming from the sky.
Yeah, it's perfect for that.
Okay. Big spooky warning time. Those who would abandon Densis, flee beneath the ground. Those who would serve him still may walk to the surface to fight. You have but 10 minutes, or 5 minutes or so, before judgment is due, and the repentant will be spared. Caw caw.
I guess a bunch of fearful peasants begin trying to dig into the ground.
Works for me.
Like ostriches, they'll put their heads in the sand.
Alright, and now, hey, go do whatever you want for the next 5 to 10 minutes. The rest of you.
All
feel
right,
free.
you have the rest of the day off. Go home.
No, I mean,
But we live here, and there's an earthquake happening.
no, I mean, my fine party members, you can keep attacking.
Gotcha.
Before I
Okay,
do my
so
big speech.
in town, you are moving through the street towards the castle. You approach the edge of Morg's earthquake.
Yep.
All right, there are many terrible fissures that block your path, 2 in each direction. Do you want to use the flying carpet to bypass them?
Yeah, we probably should.
All right.
Stay on the flying carpet.
So, are you and Morg both on the carpet?
Yeah, I'll go on the carpet.
All
Yeah,
right.
we'll be
How
together.
much time has passed? I haven't done my thing yet.
Just a moment. I think Will should probably do something too.
Alright, I am warning you guys, I am going to do something in 10 minutes. So I hope whatever you're planning doesn't require us to be outside during that time.
Outside?
Oh.
What?
I'm gonna do a big thing in like 10 minutes to follow up the earthquake.
10 minutes in
Okay,
D&D
well-
time is so long from now.
Yeah.
The earthquake was gonna be done in 10 minutes from now.
We're like 6 seconds
Oh.
in.
Yeah, it's like It's been like what 3-4 minutes. Like there's been like 250 bludgeoning damage done to all those buildings.
What?
Are
We
you-
covered 500 feet of movement in 6 seconds?
Well, no, I guess not. It might be. How many turns do you think you're spending while the earthquakes go? Or you said you were gonna wait for the building to collapse. Are you gonna wait several turns?
I figure it took me several minutes to get into the city and this, traverse from the gate to the tanner, and now I'm on the way to the castle.
So you're probably gonna have a couple rounds of travel. By the third round, the building that you passed on the way in is gonna collapse.
Well, how many minutes would it take for me to walk from the gate to the castle in the middle?
It wouldn't take you minutes. It's probably like 300 feet away.
Okay.
Morgan and I were just running like maniacs.
So you'd make it in 4 turns. You're pretty fast.
Oh, okay. I am pretty fast.
All right.
Okay, well, then I'm making my way to the castle.
Will, are you going to infiltrate the castle, the wizard tower, the big square?
That is my hope. I'm going to use detect magic to make sure I catch all traps, search for them as well. Every entranceway.
All right. Well,
I do.
this looks like a very public entrance into the lower part of his building that sees a lot of foot traffic, and it's got large doors that don't even have a lock on them.
Okay.
And do you want me to roll for you for the trap find?
Sure, but I would like to look at maybe since I'm already flying, some higher up areas.
Are you gonna hug the ceiling as you go inside?
I was gonna fly around the outside invisibly.
Oh, do you not want to go into the lower floors? You want to find a window on the second floor?
That's kind of a go-to of mine.
You're going to
and
notice
I
that
wanna look
all of
for-
these windows are barred. You're not going to be able to get in through any of the windows.
Oh, okay. Well then, back to the main area then.
So it's just these main front doors. I rolled a 19 for your trap find, and you don't see anything.
Okay. Moving through, I'm trying to find where Densis would be or any of his inner circle.
All right. In the lower area of the building, the room that you enter seems to be like a training area. A big open, like a martial arts training area. And in this room, you're going to spot a horde of zombies. Zombie lizard men.
Wow. Okay. My friends, it seems that Densis here has an undead lizard man army in this castle here. Be warned.
It seems like some sort of ritual is being performed, and a lot of preparation has been happening in this room. And the undead are
Ooh.
guarding the ritual site.
Is there a way that I could follow the ritual without the undead knowing?
You can see into the room. It's a big, wide open room. Just imagine it's got like a bunch of totems and big sort of pagan altars that are made out of bones and blood and sacrifices. Real dark stuff. And they're obviously magical. They're maybe glowing with dark energy. And there are several positioned in sort of a magical circle at the center and guarded by these undead.
The undead are
Probably
working on this ritual. It could be a trap. I don't have the means to stop it myself.
So Densis is doing some dark magic ritual in his building here, and you're unsure what exactly it entails. You don't know what the end of the ritual might be. You don't even have a time frame for how long it might take to complete this ritual, but you can see that he's doing something here, something powerful.
I'm still in telepathic contact with him, right? Like we can talk to each other still?
Maybe. I think he can only talk to one person at a time. You can send messages to people.
I have a group chat that is, well, I'm the hub of the group chat. You can send me a message and I can send it to somebody else in the chat.
Gotcha.
Telepathically.
Okay. So
I'm gonna use 25 copper and use the power of legend lore on the ritual of Densis.
But you're not there.
Yeah, you're not there. I'm gonna say you can't figure it out unless you're in the room looking at it.
But I'm legend loring. I'm just requesting the universe.
But you haven't seen it, so you can't legend lore something you have no awareness of.
Frickin' okay.
Sounds like you should interrupt it somehow.
Well, could he ask about the he could legend lore about the ritual that is happening inside Densis's place? Like, I don't quite know how divination magics work. It's not necessarily that he's asking a different power. He's not investigating in his own. He's asking, all otherworldly entities.
Legend lore says name or describe a person, place, or object. So, I don't know, the place, would you say Dancis's tower? The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named, the place.
Was the is
Yeah,
the
I don't know if
spell
that would-
happening in the basement?
Yeah, it would tell you about Densis's castle, but it wouldn't tell you about the spell he's preparing.
Dang it. Alright, fair enough.
And it wouldn't provide information if it's not of legendary importance. So it's a gamble. It might be of legendary importance, or it might just be a run-of-the-mill evil defiler ritual he's performing.
Oh, bother this. I'm doing this the sane way. Just break in.
And it says the more
hang
information
on.
you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. So you'd get extremely vague information if you're not even there to look at it.
How many minutes have passed?
One? I don't know.
Dang it. Okay. Well, let's keep going.
All right. So, Will, you can see in the room there's a staircase that goes up to the upper floor, but it's at the back of the room. You'd have to sneak past the undead.
I have no problem doing that. If I need to roll, then you go ahead and do it. It'll be a plus 17, I think. So minimum roll is 27, if I recall.
All right. I rolled a 10, so that's your 27 right there. And the zombies, they roll a 3. I think they have a -1, so they don't notice you.
So I'm going to pick my way past them. I don't need to be flying at this point. I can go ahead and just acrobatically leap and save some of that flight time for later when I'll need it more.
All right. So you're moving up the stairs to the upper floor of Densis's castle. Meanwhile, out here in town, Grimorn and Morg, you're flying there. You see the building nearby collapsing under the damage that it's taking. There's a bunch of people that are scattering out into the street over there. And they're meeting up with some people that are coming out of some of the other buildings. So there's a bit of a gathering.
You want to go and take care of those?
Hello, Kyle.
You want to go and finish those, Morg?
Yeah. So they're probably going to move out of the earthquake zone and meet in the plaza.
Let people go doing this.
The forces of
Yeah, what?
Densis gather.
I want to control them. Let's go in.
What was that? The forces of Densis gathered.
Densis's troops have escaped the buildings that were collapsing and moved into the plaza to the north of the castle.
What was that? Densis's tramps have thrown some Pilates.
Many troops,
Fly over these
rogues,
buildings.
berserkers, eldritch knights.
Well, good for them.
Did they have to do a roll though to escape a dexterity?
These are the ones that escaped. The ones that didn't. These are all hordes, so some of the horde is trapped and some is not.
I would like us to refrain from attacking until my time limit is passed.
Well, they're making moves, so we make a move.
We're not here to make friends.
I'm not here to make. I have a thing planned.
Well, your plans are slow. I fly the carpet over the buildings, and then I use my Rod of Rulership command All those guys within 120 feet radius of me that I can see must make a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be charmed for 8 hours.
All right. So, we'll start with the bards. They roll 16.
I'll get rid of my earthquake ninja.
And then we got the rogue ambushers, and they're gonna roll a 19.
I'm going to comb the flying carpet.
And then you've got the berserker half giants, and they rolled. I think that's a 14, but the paint's chipping. Berserk. Eldritch Knights. They're gonna roll a 16. Everybody's making their save. Alright.
Worth a try. I yell to them, "This is a hostile takeover. Bring me Densus's head and bring back our fire gem, or I will hit you with a third earthquake."
Alright.
No, there's no need for that.
So the charm didn't work. The Eldritch Knight Commander Kalith, a wiry, sun-scarred human woman in her 40s with a shaved head and glowing arcane tattoos across her arms, wielding a bone longsword infused with defiling magic. And she commands her unit of Eldritch Knights who have crawled out of the rubble, and she orders them to attack with a wave of her arm, and they unleash hell. Alright, so Eldritch Knights make 4 attacks with plus 11 to hit.
Are we on an initiative now?
Yeah, we should probably do an initiative just to keep things organized.
Yeah. I want to make it an attack too.
My initiative. Frickin' bonus is 0.
I think I'm missing something. Hang on. The bards? No, the speaker of words are on there.
11.
What am I missing? Half giants? No, they're on there. Eldritch Knights. They're on there as Defiler Knight. This tribal archer, he's not on there. He's here. No, not here. He's somewhere. I'm just gonna put him over here for now.
Yeah, these bars, they click on everything, huh?
Alright, so the rogue ambushers, they have initiative, and they're going to take some shots. They were actually even faster than the Eldritch Knights. Alright, so among the rogue ambushers is the lean half-elf with a smirk. And he shouts orders at his men to fire their short bows. So, let's see. Grimorn, your armor class is ridiculous. So,
Yep.
What is it, 29?
Something like that.
Alright, so I basically need to crit in order for any of these to hit. So I roll an 11, I roll a 6, I roll an 8, I roll an 11. None of those crit. So the Inquisitive Rogue ambushers fire a hail of arrows at you, and then they're going to scatter and hide. And then the Eldritch Knights, they attack with the magic attack that they've got. So we got 4 attacks with plus 11,
Yeah.
which means I need an 18 or better to hit with these 4 attacks. So I roll a 10, a 15, a 16, and a 12. All right, so 4 Eldritch Blasts arc through the air and rip past the flying carpet, but miss. Orin, what do you do?
Sorry. Oh, I thought I muted myself. So at this point, the battle is joined. So I need to use up my invisibility and take out one of these Eldritch Knights. Before I do, is there something? Okay, look, I still have my.
You're sort of in a
check
different
magic
location. You wouldn't be able to target an Eldritch Knight unless you leave this building and go north.
Oh, I misunderstood where things were happening.
No, you're still in castle, like looking at the guy doing his ritual thing.
Well, then I'm gonna keep on with that. I
Well,
was progressing
you were
past-
headed up the stairs when we last left off with you.
Correct.
So you're at
Yeah.
the top of the staircase, looking at the sort of laboratory of Densis the Defiler. Various magical laboratory equipment is all over the place. Various
I'm sure there's lots of magical things here.
opulent wooden desks and chairs and various strange jars full of weird magical things.
Okay. So the whole place is glowing into the magic. Anything particularly glowing? You know, the most magical artifact in the room.
Yeah, everything is glowing.
I probably can't pick it out with just a cursory glance.
Nothing in the room glows more than anything else. It's just a general
Okay.
blue glow on various things. Nothing
All right, understood.
especially magical here.
Right. But crucially, Densis is not here, and I don't see anything that could. If there was a potion that he was going to drink, I could go ahead and put some of this poison in it, but that's not. Unless I see anything, I'm going to investigate what's here and see if I can't find any clues with regards to the ritual downstairs. Maybe a psi crystal is a note or anything like that.
All right. Well, you find Densis's desk, a big wooden desk with a big chair. Obviously, this is like his office, and his desk might contain something, but it's locked. The drawers have a big lock on them.
Well, then I'm going to go ahead and check for traps and then for unlocking the desk. And that'll be my turn, probably.
What's your minimum trap check? 27?
Yes. And I have advantage with the shadow lockpicks.
Okay, so you're going to notice that there's a magical trap on the drawer.
The trap is going to be harder for me to address. Unless the lockpicks, the thieves' tools can help me disarm a magical trap.
Yeah, you're unsure what the magical trap is going to do, but you can definitely find it.
Okay. And I can't bypass it necessarily?
Well, you can pick the lock, and it'll open, but the trap will probably go off when it does. It seems conditional.
Okay. Could I open it with a mage hand?
Yeah, from across the room?
Yeah. So that'll be next turn.
All right.
Can I'm gonna unlock the chest from here and then mage hand it open from afar and see if I can do that.
All right. The lock is easily picked, and then you move across the room, and you're going to open it up. A powerful blast erupts with the lightning crackling out from the drawer, charring the wood of the desk and destroying the chair in front of it. So you just avoided a chain lightning.
Impressive.
Inside the desk is a map, a simple hand-drawn map of the region. It indicates a sort of X marks the spot far to the north even of Trollgrave Chasm.
Okay, that's a little odd. I've got 2 burgers ready in about a minute here.
Burger time.
Oh, sorry. I gotta remember to mute myself. My bad.
Okay, so back to the next thing. Densis is not here, so he's not going to act. Ringside is next. Do you want to abbreviate the thing you were doing now that combat has broken out in town?
Yeah, I would prefer to be slower about it, but no one can freaking keep their murders boners in their pants for 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, another loud announcement. Your aggression has accelerated the timeline. Retreat now or throw in your lot with Densis. And Storm of Vengeance.
Throw a Storm of Vengeance into the region. A churning storm cloud forms. 9th level. Centered on a point you can see and spreading to a radius of 360 feet. Lightning flashes in the area, thunder booms, and strong winds roar. Each creature under the cloud, no more than 5,000 feet beneath the cloud, when it appears, must make a con saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes thunder damage and becomes deafened.
Where is the enemy mostly at?
There's a big plaza in the middle of town, just north of the castle. That's where they're meeting up.
Alright, we'll target that.
Alright, you throw your Storm of Vengeance down into the plaza. Looks like they're failing their saves. What's your DC? 19?
Hang on, it might be baked into the armor. Doesn't say, so I would guess it's my own DC. I don't know.
Yeah. What's your DC?
19.
Alright.
And you know, while I'm here, I'll activate that bronze ring of probability that I have.
Okay, so the average of 2d6 is going to be 6 damage times 12 targets. It's like 72 damage each.
Well, that's a lot. Hang on, what does this do again? Lightning flashes, thunder booms, each creature under the cloud. Each coward appears on fake cloud. 2d6 thunder damage and becomes deafened for 5 minutes.
So 72 seems like a lot, but we're just averaging the lightning damage across dozens and dozens and dozens of creatures. These are all hordes, so they're large groups of men, and they just take the average damage because your spell encapsulates the entire horde.
Fair enough.
So they all take a crap ton of lightning damage and become deafened. So you shout your announcement, and then now they can't hear. They're battered from having the buildings collapse on them, too. These are the survivors from whatever hordes they were, and the members of those hordes have formed into the hordes that you're seeing here. The stragglers, the survivors.
Okay, and then,
Next round, Acid Rain, but for now, that's all they get.
okay, I'm going to create an image of an object such as a chair, muddy footprint, or a small chest. No longer than 5 feet. Quicken spell minor illusion so it looks like I'm not here.
Alright. Where are you? Are you just invisible?
I'm just using this as an impromptu as a kind of immobile invisibility spell,
All right.
like Solid Snake with a box.
Yeah. It's like a painted-on invisible cloak, but if you ever moved, it wouldn't work.
Yeah, I'm hugging, I'm like flat on the carpet,
It's like
hugging
you've
it.
got a cloak that's painted to look like the background, and you're just standing there.
Yes. Right. I think that was productive. And now the air elemental and oh, here's an idea. What's wrong with these things? $14 strength. Okay, I want to try something. Can he like push a rock from a big, slightly messed up building? Just throw a rock and hope that someone dies from it.
Sure. You could throw it at one of the people that's trapped under a building and can't get away. They can't even make a dex save. They're pinned.
Okay, enough of that. Right, that's my thing.
All right, the Bards of Creation are going to begin singing loudly, and some of the rubble becomes animated. The dancing boulders, 12 of them, form into a horde of dancing boulders. Medium constructs. The boulder horde
guys.
is going to fly at you. What's up?
Sorry to interrupt. I got a log for a little bit. I'll be back in a little while.
All right.
I'm having dinner with the family. I'll see you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. I send the pestilence and plague into your house, into your bed, into your streams, into your streets, into your drink, into
All
your...
right, Gramorn, a horde of rocks flies at you.
All right.
All right. They need to crit. So, rock 1, 8. Rock 2, 2. Rock 3, 18. Almost. Rock
You
4,
can probably
7.
just roll like roll all of them at once off screen.
I only have 2 dice. 2 d20s. Like physical, actual
Okay.
d20s.
They try to rock me.
Alright, so a bunch of dancing boulders begin flying through the air, attempting to slam you. The bards, they see that their spell is not working too well.
Could it be because they're now tone deaf?
They're gonna, yeah, they're tone deaf because they can't hear because of the deafening. But they're going to use sign language to inspire their friends. So they
You
give
frickin'...
they give an inspiration to the giant berserkers. All right. The zombie horde is unaware of Skywill, so they don't do anything. And then the half giant berserkers, feeling inspired, they're going to let's see. They're going to lift up their giant morning stars, and they're going to advance. And how high up is the flying carpet currently?
How tall are the buildings? Because we're flying up the building.
They're mostly flat at this point. These ones, the intact buildings, probably, I don't know, 20 feet tall.
Okay, so we're probably like 35, 40 feet in the air then.
Oh, what just happened? All my shit just flickered. Is my power about to go out? Can you guys still hear me? Testing, testing. Can you hear me? That's a negative. Maybe. Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, something happened. I think my power flickered. My screens went out for a moment and my audio stopped working. Wonder if the stream is still live. on a second. An interesting thing to think about, like what? Let me double check that this is. Yeah, it looks like it's going. All right. That was weird. Weird power fluctuation. There's a storm coming in, but I didn't think it was supposed to hit until tomorrow.
I mean, it almost is tomorrow.
Almost. Okay, where was I? The giant berserker gang, they are going to move towards you, but they can't quite hit you from where they're at, so they're going to begin climbing the building. But they don't get there on this turn. They're just nearby.
None of these guys are taking shelter in the buildings.
Oh no, definitely not. When there's an earthquake, you try to run away from collapsing buildings, not towards them.
Yeah, but there's also a storm of vengeance, like, raining on the outside.
It hasn't gotten bad yet. The acid rain hasn't even started yet.
Right.
Currently, they're just deafened by the thunder.
Wait a second. If
Grimor,
this is
was the other
acid rain-
earthquake ended? Did it end because a minute passed, or was that like you just ended your concentration?
Oh, I handed my concentration there.
Okay.
Would acid rain melt stone?
Nah.
Okay. Like, hang on.
Only,
Don't
like,
tell me
very
I'm gonna fully
minorly.
collapse the building.
Yeah, it'll do a little bit of scorching damage, but it's not going to melt it.
Right. Is it Morg's turn?
It is.
Yeah,
Morg.
I'm going to make the carpet go up to 60 feet in the air, and then I'm going to cast reverse gravity on all the people outside. So they're all going to be just floating 100 feet in the air, being hit by all the acid rain and the coldness and whatever that comes from the storm,
All right.
with no shelter from the elements.
And they're just stuck
And
there,
at the
huh?
end, and at the end of it, they're going to drop 100 feet and smack the ground.
Well, are we just doing the apocalypse?
That's
Yes.
kind of broken. So they're going to be trapped in the air, getting pummeled by the other storm, and then fall.
Hey, hold on.
Yep.
One of you has to cast Earthquake again.
Why?
When they land.
I can concentrate on two things at the same time.
Because then they'll fall in the hole.
Oh, maybe later when they're prone on their
And new
face.
fissures?
While they're floating helplessly, I will yell at them, "This is what you get for not listening to my commands earlier."
All right. Well, it looks
that's
like you're
okay.
going to wrap up this combat pretty handily.
Oh, I wanted to fireball one of them at least.
Where's Dances? Show yourself.
You want to take a prisoner and interrogate them?
I mean, are they done yet? Have they surrendered?
Well, things are happening quick. They've only just realized that they're floating into the sky as it begins to get very stormy.
You know, without reason to think otherwise, suddenly a horrible storm of doom has broken out, and it's drawing them towards itself while it spews acid on them.
Grimor, fireball time?
I was gonna fireball the bards.
Okay. You target the bards as they
Yeah, well they're
frantically
flying.
sign language, a bardic inspiration at the giants who can't reach you.
Do you have
Yeah.
a more disastrous spell?
Probably, but that's good enough for now.
Fireball's only.
I don't know that they can escape it. Like I don't like they can't really dodge it while they're floating, no?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, it's a roll. It's a 25 the difficulty for them now.
All right. You
40-foot
fireball
radius.
the giants. Boom.
The
Burning
bards.
giants. Or the bards.
Aren't the
Fireball's a
ground-
really relatively small spell. You could hit like 2 groups with it.
Can I?
Yeah.
Well, I'll
as,
get 2 groups, I
40
guess.
foot,
Eh,
40 foot.
these guys have 27 hit points each, so I think your fireball's probably going to kill them.
Yeah.
How merciful.
They're getting hit for 41 fire damage.
All right. So 41 times 12 takes out their 324 hit points as a horde.
So they explode, and my fireball doesn't even do any noise. So there's just fire that explodes, no noise, and blood all around the place.
Well, nobody can hear it unless they can beat that Constitution save against the thunder. I didn't make any of you roll it, but technically you might be deafened.
Well, yeah, okay.
Wait, that's not a problem. We talk with our brains.
Yeah.
So the
true.
bards and who else do I hit more than one group here or what?
Nah, they're all pretty far apart. It's a big area.
Alright, so those are gone. Something happened. Huh?
You obliterate the bards. The propagandist wing is destroyed.
Sorry about the circle now.
All right, the rogues,
That's,
they're going to fire
going
some
to take
arrows at you. Morg, what's your AC? 19?
21.
21? All right, so let's see. The rogues, they got +7, so they need 14 or better to hit you. 7, 10, 14, 16. So 2 arrows are going to get past your defenses.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. They have an ability, right? They do a charisma deception. Let's see. They use a deception roll, and you have to use an insight roll against it. And if they're able to deceive you, their attacks are sneak attacks.
Okay.
So the one rogue, he's got 20, and the other
Is this,
rogue,
attack or is
the other
okay,
rogue,
yeah.
it's a skill like wisdom insight.
20.
20. All right. So you match that one. I'm gonna give it to you. Defender wins ties, I guess. And the other one, he rolled really low, so he's got a 7. If you can beat a 7.
Oh yeah, I have to just automatically do that with 13 as my bonus.
Nice. Okay, so neither of those turned into a sneak attack. Both of them are just regular arrows, which do 8 damage each. So you take 8 and 8.
Okay, so 16.
16 damage. You've got a couple arrows sticking out of you. Could be worse, though, just a flesh wound.
It broke all my 10th HP, and then some. There's little pricks.
And the leader, Zarek, he's going to shout, "Slippery, aren't you? Let's see how you dance with my blades." And he pulls out a couple of daggers dripping with poison.
Hopefully he doesn't know I'm here yet.
All right, that was the ambusher squad. The Eldritch Knights are going to cast a spell. All right. They're gonna fire a whole bunch of magic missiles. Ecromorn.
I'm going to make 2 Constitution saving throws. I guess I need to make 4.
Alright, what level do
Okay.
they have these at?
Element Constitution saving throws are fine. Both Earthquake and Reverse Gravity are still functioning.
Alright, so 4 times 3, that's 12. 12d4 plus 12.
Can creatures move while they're being floated in reverse gravity?
Sure.
Can swim in the gravity?
Well, just like an astronaut. They need a surface to push off of if they want to go anywhere. All right, Grimorn, the Eldritch Knights that serve Densis the Defiler. They defile the land under them, obliterating a bunch of bushes, and they're going to snarl as they launch a barrage of magic missiles at you.
To whom?
You take 49 damage.
What, me?
Yep.
All right.
49 unavoidable magic missile damage. Pretty effective. The most effective move they've pulled off so far.
My health is not adjusted. Give me a second. You guys might have not leveled up. Oops.
Yeah, the hit points on the table here might not be up to date.
How do we get rid of this bar again? Oh, there we go.
All right. Skywill's still not here, probably. So we'll hold off until he comes back from dinner. Densis, not here. But he still takes a turn because he's using magic to watch from a secret location somewhere else. So he's getting a good idea of your combat strategy here as you take apart his army. Ring sight, you're next. What do you do? Round 2 of your spell, I imagine.
Yeah, basically, I'm just still hiding here.
Acidic rain falls from the cloud. Each creature and object under the cloud takes a d6 acid damage. I'll do averages again, so we'll say 3 acid damage times 12, so that'll be 36 damage each.
Because I'm hidden nice and tucked away. Hang on, is there any leaders sitting around? Being obvious?
Yeah, 2 of them.
The rogue leader, what was his name?
He never gave his name. It's Zarek, but you were not formally introduced. He just sort of robbed the airship and blinked away.
Well, where is he?
He is with the ambushers there in the plaza, floating in the air.
And he can have a nice big, you know what, no, screw that. Widespread devastation time. Have some synaptic static in your life.
Alright.
So, 20-foot radius, give me a DC 19 intelligence save, or you're taking damage and you're going to suck.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
Okay, well, you're still taking damage, but not as much.
Hang on, let me check. Rogues. He might have low int. Let me just double check. He's got... No, he's got a +3. That would be a 22.
Well, darn it. Oh, well. Okay, have...
Well, he takes half of it, right?
Take... Jesus Christ. 3 1s and 4 2s. That's a total of 8 damage for all of them.
Alright.
Oh, the freaking tickle. Whatever. I'm staying hidden. Screw this. Let me just actually, if he is the guy who robbed this shit, Air Elemental, rob this man.
Oh, he doesn't have it on him. It would be obvious.
Oh, well, I don't care. He's getting robbed anyway.
It's a fiery crystal and powers a whole airship, so it would be quite
I
obvious.
ordered the Air Elemental to mug.
Alright, so the air elemental and him are struggling in the air over his petty belongings. The speaker of words is, they're all dead. The zombie horde inactive. The giant berserkers, they see that the flying carpet is flying up out of reach. So they are going to enter the building underneath you for cover from the rain. They take up a defensive posture inside the building. And then...
Wait, how can he do that while he's flying 100 feet in the air with reverse gravity?
Ah, you're right. They're unable to. He was in that circle. He swims in the air. He can't do anything.
I mean, at least he wants to take a 100-foot fall off the reverse gravity and then run into the building, sure.
I guess he could throw his weapon at you, but it would be an improvised weapon. It wouldn't do anything. It's not really meant to be thrown. It's a big two-handed clubber.
About
More.
40 plus feet away from us.
It's your move again. What do you do?
I'm just gonna use my bonus action to shapeshift my living druid shield to the tower shield. So now AC 4.
Better defenses against those arrows. Slings and arrows.
Let's see. Let's see. I forget if any of my cantrips have 60 feet range or is it all 30. Oh, both of these are feet. Okay, I'm going to use Starry Wisp on... Who's the closest target? Or where's the one that was shooting at me?
The Eldritch Knights advanced a little bit.
Yeah, I'll shoot them with a Starry Wisp. So that
Are you attacking?
does-
The knights you're attacking?
oh, it's a magic attack roll, so this is oh, this is like the first time I've ever run a magic attack. This does proficiency plus wisdom, 13 plus what is it? Bonus 3. Okay, so it's gonna be 16 to hit. Uh, 26 hit.
Yeah.
And they take 48 radiant damage.
Which group are you taking?
The
They take
Eldritch Knights.
21. The Eldritch Knight takes 21 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, nice. You blast the Eldritch Knights. They don't like it.
And if for whatever reason they try to turn invisible, one of them cannot. And they shed dim light for 10 feet.
Glowing
Okay,
Eldritch
that's
Knights. The leader of the Eldritch Knights shouts, "You think you can breach spoils walls? My blade drinks the life of fools like you." He's showing a lot of bravado for somebody whose feet are off the ground. "Kill me if you must, but Densis will burn your bones to ash. You're nothing against his might."
I'm gonna move the flying carpet back also 30 feet. So the archers have a harder time shooting at us.
Yeah. Alright, Grimoire.
Fireball!
Target?
On the knights because of the damage they did to me earlier.
Gotcha.
Yeah, you can hit both the Eldritch Knights and the Rogue Ambushers. Both of them will be caught in it.
Well, I don't know if they're... I think they're too far apart. So.
Yeah, these are hordes. They're pretty big. Usually your spell has to target the horde and then it'll hit all of them. but it can only target one. It would just sort of singe the other. Unless it's completely covered in your circle. If you could get both of the hordes to merge into one super horde, like a horde can be inside of another horde, they're like swarms. Alright.
54 fire damage.
Alright. You blast the Eldritch Knights and they go down.
Go to hell!
I think they had like 264 hit points. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Well, they got off a couple spells before they went down. Kalith, the Eldritch Knight commander, is defeated. It was the wiry, sun-scarred woman in her 40s with the shaved head. She was just defeated.
That's my turn.
Alright, the Ambusher squad is going to hide and retreat. No, they can't do that.
They're
still
floating.
floating. Can you hide in midair? They hide behind each other.
How are they right now, though?
Just a ball of rogues trying to hide behind each other. That's hilarious. I think they're like 100 feet up, right?
Yep, 100 feet in there.
Alright, well, Will spends his turn identifying the location on the map. He thinks that it's a ruin that's to the north of the Trollgrave Chasm. Seems like maybe Densis has been going to this location. He's got a map of it in his desk. And once he rolls up that map and stuffs it into his pouch, he's going to exit the castle and move towards the party.
Sorry, wait, how do we know this?
He'll tell you when he gets here. He's not there yet.
Okay.
Alright. Densis the Ever-Living continues to watch. Sees which spells you cast and what your tactics are. Speaker of Words defeated. Zombie Horde inactive. Giant Berserkers floating. Back to Morg.
I'm just going to use another Starry Wisp and this time target the Berserkers.
Alright. And at the end of this turn, I'm going to roll morale to see if they just start surrendering. Oh, yeah. That's not a good morale roll. I rolled a 10.
22 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, they will take 2 points of radiant damage.
Alright. And Grimorn, your last move.
It's my turn already?
Yep.
Yep.
It's moving pretty
What have you
fast.
done,
They can't
Org?
do a whole lot.
What did you do, Morg?
I just attacked the Berserkers some more with Starry Wisp.
Oh, you didn't let them fall on their head. I guess I'll kill the rogues.
The half giant pack has like 1,600 hit points, so it would take more than the fall damage to kill them.
Oh, they do? Alright, well, I'll take the giants then.
I'm gonna do a big fireball to the face. Kaboom.
Yep.
Fiery
Kaboomsy.
explosion right in the berserker giant's face as they rage helplessly.
They really weren't prepared for aerial well, I guess this is why they took out the airship.
Well, these guys are 6th level and you guys are 18th level, so there's a bit of a disparity.
As we shouldn't get cocky, Densis could
40
Show
fire, 40 fire damage.
All right, 40 times 12 is 480. So you've done 620 damage to the giants so far out of their 1,656 hit points. All right, after that, at the end of the round, all of them are going to begin crying to surrender. They're giving up, they're defeated, they throw down their weapons.
Let them fall on their head.
I don't think I can slowly reduce the gravity. It just like abruptly ends the gravity, so they just plummet
Yeah.
100.
So they take another 30 damage, they hit the ground, splat. The giants will
won't be able
survive.
to. Yeah, they just won't be able to walk for a bit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they're still being splashed with acid.
The acid actually only does one turn. After that, then it's lightning bolts hit them on the 3rd turn,
Oh,
and
shit.
then hailstones come on the 4th turn, and then the 5th through 10th turn they do just cold damage.
So, ring sight, the enemy is surrendering. You have the option to show mercy and end your spell prematurely so it doesn't blast them with lightning.
Is there anyone there that we do want to destroy?
The zombies maybe, but they're inside a stone building. They wouldn't be targetable by your spell.
I tell them, ask
Oh,
them where the core for the ship is.
Yeah, it's a good idea. First, it says, return what you have stolen, return the slab.
Okay, one of the survivors will say that Zarek took his trophy and hid it in his hideout.
Okay, the storm of vengeance will end.
Hey, where's that hideout?
Alright. He'll show you where it's like one of the smaller houses on the periphery of town. It was
Okay.
just a nondescript building, but he'll point it out. So you find Zarek's hideout and you recover your airship power stone.
Whoa, 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 it's that easy? We just went there?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't feel right.
Well, yeah, it's still
There's
going
a
to
trap.
require some repairs to get up out of that sand dune that you're crashed into.
Why isn't he here, though?
I wish Will was here because there's a lock. Getting into Zarek's hideout isn't all that easy. So you know where the gem is, but getting it out of there requires thieves' tools. I'll roll for him. It's DC 16. I rolled an 8. He's got a big bonus, so Oren is going to unlock the lock and disarm the trap on it. It was a poison gas trap. He found it though. He disarmed it. Alright. We have a few minutes left. Anything last minute you would like to do here at the end of combat?
Does this big building eventually collapse from the earthquake?
It's a very sturdy building, but if you keep at it for the entire duration, it will collapse.
Okay.
You gonna destroy his building?
Yeah.
Alright, you collapse the building, which destroys all of the ritual totems that are in the lower part of the building. When all the rubble collapses in on it. So that's going to disrupt the ritual he was performing, and he's not going to be happy about that.
Yeah, try using your emergency spells to teleport back there.
Will tell you later that he never noticed any kind of teleportation circle within the building, so wherever Dents is teleported to, it wasn't here.
Can
But he's
teleport
not here
outside of
anymore?
his own city? That's
Densis
Interesting.
apparently has a other location where his contingency spell warps him to, not to his town.
Well, now I feel a little bad about assaulting their town.
Well, it was a horrible
Cool.
bandit town full of defilers. I mean, the entire multiple hordes of eldritch knights were all defilers.
Oh, all of them are? Okay, that's better.
I'm gonna grab their ashes from all these defilers.
Yep. There are a bunch of them.
So we're quite a bit.
So let's see, how many defilers do you get here? Uh, 72. 6 units of 12. So you need 3 defiler ashes to make the item. And if you've got 72, you already had a few, right?
I've given some already. Like one of the 3, I think.
Alright, so if you're at 73, you have almost enough for 25 of them. You could make like 24 of that item with this many defiler ashes. That's a pretty decent supply.
Is there any other finds? I guess, like, is everything dead?
Well, you're sparing some of the giants and some of the
rogues.
some of the rogues and all of the tribal warriors that were enslaved. So the town isn't completely dead, but you did a lot of damage, and there are a lot of bodies here. I think the town's population started at 175. It's probably around, I don't know, 50 now? Maybe?
Most of these buildings back here were untouched by the earthquake.
Yeah. The residential structures were targeted, though. Like, the bigger buildings were the barracks where everybody lived, and you collapsed those buildings.
Oh. But we can offer these the rest to join the
Current?
yeah, or the group that we're trying to get to make peace together.
Yep, you could have these straggling
Oh,
bandits go to Ravage and join that bandit clan.
Yeah. Or they could run their own town from here, as long as they stop following the defiling arts.
Yeah.
Because they still have like they don't have a master anymore, and they have land here that they can work.
Well, Densis isn't dead, and he could return. People here are very fearful of Densis because he's quite powerful compared to them.
So where is this hideout, though? We need to find him.
Well, Skywill isn't here to say, but he found a map, and he can lead the party there.
Well, we should head over there.
So you have some options for next time we meet up. You could either hunt down Densis in his secret lair, or you could travel to one of the other bandit towns. You guys have any
I'd like
preferences?
to know what the leader of Ravish thinks of how we dealt with the situation here.
Well, I'm sure it would impress the hell out of them. Like, you're throwing around 8th and 9th level spells. That's power to rival the Sorcerer Kings themselves. At least from their point of view.
And we got the core from the ship. That's good. Is
Should I-
there any treasures or anything worth?
I'm going to say most of everything is too damaged by the earthquakes and the fireballs and whatnot. I'll roll up a treasure pile of what you can scavenge from it, but I don't have it on hand right now currently. I didn't know how the combat would play out. So I'll look at the gear that the people here have, and I don't know. Are you going to leave them with some of their equipment, or do you want to confiscate their armor and weapons? Because you were saying you might just leave them in this town to survive, and in which case they'll need armor and weapons to defend against monsters and other raiders and stuff.
Yeah, that's true. And we fuck up their town.
It depends on what their answer is to our question about how they decide to continue on living.
Well, they're probably going to try to hook up with one of the other local lords around here. Because that's usually the survival strategy is meet up with one of the more powerful factions and become a loyal member of it.
I asked Akiva and what she thinks if she would invite these survivors into her camp. Or if
These
we should just
losers,
leave
they
them
couldn't even
rabid.
defeat you.
Sorry, who are you speaking to now?
Akiva, the bandit
Akiva,
lord.
the leader of Ravish.
She's not very wise.
No.
She's very aggressive and stupid.
Yeah, and we could just destroy you the same way we just did to them. So it doesn't really say much. You need the
I'm
man.
surprised if she thinks that she could stand up to us.
Kiva, why don't you sit down and we'll have ourselves a nice cup of tea?
She didn't say that. She just said that they were weak because they were defeated just now.
We're gonna have a nice cup of tea and talk about the concept of relativity.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, are you also weak? Like, why are you insulting them?
Well, you didn't fight her. You just charmed her.
Yeah.
She probably
But
wouldn't
that's
understand
what I
that
mean,
because
is
to her way of thinking, you're allies.
Can I try to explain this concept? Like, just like make its check or something?
Yeah, you can tell her. But like I said, Akiva is brutally stupid. Like, this is a very dumb character.
So Akiva, but can you give her an order and just tell her you will take care of them?
I could, but
For
I
about
doubt
6
she
more
would
hours.
continue to do that after we leave their village.
She's only charmed for the next 6 hours, and then you're out of luck.
Yeah, but she's still gonna remember the destruction that we've done, though.
Considering you're going to lose the charm on her, you might want to park her here.
Yeah, we could.
Sorry, why did we charm her again?
To bring her here to show the
To follow us.
protection, and then to bring her to Ravage for a semi-meeting of all the other leaders of the
But she already wanted to do
glowing
that. Why
desert
do we need to charm her?
people to.
We should leave her here, I think, like Ninja suggested. We leave her here and we get rid of the Dens. So we go to his camp and attack him there.
Is it still nearby, or
It's far to the north. You're going to need to repair your airship and fly there.
okay?
Where
Like
is
it's
it?
past the Trollgrave Chasm, or
Correct. It is
How
far
far
to the
north?
north, above it, near the
Oh.
dwarven territories and where the
Oh, wow.
humanoids live.
The village?
The
Oh,
village of Pillage, it's up by that.
okay?
We can maybe even stop by the pillage. on our way.
It is Buried City. You can see it on the map.
Oh, it's all the way up there.
Yeah, it's at the top of the map.
Damn. All right.
So
Yeah, we'll need the ship. We'll need the ship and fly out there.
it's probably 3 days away. 2 or 3 days.
You know what we should do? I think after all that happened to the ship there, we should put the. I should find a way to put the spell alarm on the gem inside of the ship.
Yeah, in case somebody else tries to sneak on board.
Yeah, somebody touches it, then we know right away.
Yeah, put a car alarm on that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, Densis had a strategy. He had his rogue ambushers set up with teleportation in order to get onto your airship when you got near to his town. So he gave them the plan and he gave them the tools to get on board your ship. And I made the rolls for their caper, and they were pretty successful. They beat all the checks, and so I let you roll to spot them on the way out as they teleported away, just to let you know they had been there. But they were pretty sneaky, so that was a pretty good plan on Dentis's part, which unfortunately only managed to slow you down. You'll have to repair your ship and deal with the aftermath of destroying the town here for a bit, but then you can track him down. But that gives him a little bit of time to prepare where he's at his secret lair. And
You're
there's
telling me he got away again?
he did get away again.
He wasn't here.
He was never here. You destroyed his minions, but you didn't get him.
And we did screw up his the ritual.
He did have a powerful ritual brewing here, but disrupting it will prevent whatever that was going to do.
Are a lot of these buildings? Do they any of them have like proper lumber?
Close the table, Ninja.
Yeah, let me pack it.
Like
Yeah.
any of these remaining buildings? Or are they like disheveled random huts of like wagons and stuff?
What are you looking for?
I was basically looking to deconstruct the houses that looked fine, to take the lumber and bring it to our airship to use for repairs.
Oh, I get it. Okay. How much lumber would a bunch of collapsed buildings have that's useful? I'm gonna have to ask Grok to estimate for me.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be some, like wood and shit. Table
Well,
Alright,
also, how much wood do we need, considering we minimize the damage, but
how
also,
much wood can a woodchuck chuck? You do need the wood, though. Your ship took a ton of damage, and it actually requires a lot of wood to repair it. So that's smart thinking. That'll save you a lot of money in the future if you just steal all the buildings you just destroyed. Rebuild your airship out of collapsed bandit buildings.
Teach them a lesson.
Yeah. All right.
I mean, they
End the
lost
stream
like
there.
2/3 of their population. They don't need it.
Yeah, right? Maybe more than 2/3. That was brutal.